By the way, speaking of hip hop, I know we keep saying we're gonna go, but guys, man,
Nah, let's talk all day. Fuck it.
nah, man, I gotta get some food and I gotta work on some music and stuff too. But real quick, real quick, dude, I've been listening to this audio book by Rakim, and it's called,
Oh,
Rakim's a genius, man.
dude,
Rakim. Fuck yeah.
you guys got to hear this audio book, man. It's amazing. Like it's pretty much his life story, but the way that he
Should
does
I
it,
should I pay in full?
no, you should sweat the technique.
Oh.
That's actually the title. That's actually the
Oh,
title of the
damn it.
audiobook. Yeah,
Oh,
baby.
I
Yeah.
was so confident I paid in
Uh-huh.
full.
Uh-huh. Yo, I saw it. It's on
Oh,
Apple Music. So I saw it and I'm just like looking for new tunes to listen to and like I see like the hip hop section and I see Rakim's face and it says sweat the technique. And I'm like, oh, all right, cool. And I hit it and it's a whole audio book, bro. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And yeah, I'm almost done with it, man. It's he goes through like so many like different like parts of his life and like like just different things that had happened. He talks about music business. He talks about like his accolades, of course. Like Rakim was like him, Eric B and Rakim was like the first
mm,
hip hop artist to get the $1 million record deal. You know what I'm saying? They was the first in hip hop to do that. They were the first
they
to
did get
get,
paid in full.
yeah, pretty much, they were the first to get what 5 mics in the Source Awards magazine or Source magazine. Like, they used to rate rappers back in those days, like in Source magazine, and you would get like 4 mics, 1 mic, depending on how good your album was. They were the first to get 5.
Eminem hates that shit because he never got more than like 3.5. I think that's
Yeah, yeah,
what.
and like there's only been like a handful. Like I think after Rakim, there was like De La Soul, he got his, and then somebody else got theirs.
Nas
But
got it.
yeah,
You
I
you
think
would
I mean
assume
Nas.
so,
I remember
right?
Nas.
yeah,
Come on.
like knowing Nas, man, he probably got it for Illmatic. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, man, like just like the title of like these chapters, bro. It's like uh there's like he's got like intro from the parks to the studio where he talks about like just rapping from the parks of New York to going to the studio and like trying to actually become an artist because Rakim, his timing was so perfect, bro. He
Right.
came into hip hop when like hip hop was like just starting to blow up, but people didn't really know how to market it. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was and like and even like his style was just so different, man. Like he talks about he's got another chapter, Find Your Path. He's got one called Notes on How to MC, where he's like literally like telling you, yo, this is what an MC is supposed to do, or this is how an MC should be, you know.
Well,
He
because
talks
he's from that era of hip hop where it's he would have still been like just kind of post the um the commercialization of the MC.
pretty much because
Like he
like
would have
he
come he
was
would have come out of where the DJ was the
was
main dude. Like
exactly like back then before him was Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, where it was more about Grandmaster DJing, and then the Furious Five was just a hype man. But he kind of
you,
transitioned, because it was supposed. That's the reason why you got Eric B and Rakim, because Eric
DJ
B
Jazzy
is a
Jeff
DJ.
and the Fresh
You know
Prince.
what I'm saying? So like he like his like I said, like his timing was crazy. He even talks about how like, like he was thinking about leaving Eric B, you know what I'm saying, one time. And I mean, eventually he did. But there was a time where like he was gonna step out and just like roll out, but then he was like, I gotta be smarter than that because Eric B has been handling all of my business, all of my, all of the work. So I'm like, and he's gotten me this far. If it wasn't for Eric B, I wouldn't have gotten to the studio with Marley Marr, and I wouldn't have, like gotten this far in these offices, talking to these like record execs, and and we wouldn't have got this album done, like little stuff like that. But man, like it's awesome. He even talks about like spirituality. He talks about just like reading like different just like reading the Quran, the Holy Bible, the Torah, and then grabbing all of that information and putting it into his rhymes and like subconsciously schooling people You know what I'm saying? Like they're just thinking they're
Mm.
listening to rap, but he's actually like spitting knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And he's trying to teach people like, bro, like, you know, this is life, you know what I'm saying? So
Do
man,
you think
Now,
anybody else does that? That's something that I was thinking of listening to hip hop is there's a lot of hip hop that is purely about this is what I have, or this is who I am, and this is what I deserve, or this is how angry I am, or whatever.
mhm.
There's not normally a bigger lesson being taught sometimes by a lot of the modern stuff. Do you think
definitely
there's
not
still space
now.
for that?
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
definitely.
So much, especially
Yeah,
the mumble rapping. I'm not giving anyone
yeah,
shit all the time. I love Eminem,
definitely.
and
Like,
God knows he said some horrific things. But I think there's this. It's one of the only lyrical art forms that can put a lot of information in one song because it isn't
yeah,
necessarily a verse and a chorus and singing
right,
notes. There's a lot of words can be put in there, a lot of
right,
information that can be passed along.
right. Now, like, I feel like nowadays, like, you know, a lot of artists, man, everything's so mainstream now. All they care about is just that next hit. But
That's what I
nobody's
mean.
trying, you know, like nobody's trying to like actually send those messages anymore. Now, every once in a while, you might have like a younger artist, and I actually like, man, like I
Kendrick,
get yeah, well, like Kendrick, I always give Kendrick like his props because Kendrick is always, you know, Kendrick can make something that's like conscious, but like you can party to it.
yeah.
Childish Gambino is the same way too. You know what I'm saying? Like we're sitting here like this is America. We're like, oh man, this is hot.
Sorry,
But
I got a
then
question.
what's up?
So, like, being this is just but being home and quarantine and whatnot, we
Hmm.
spend a lot more time watching like Netflix and all that.
Hmm.
Is the kid from Community?
Yeah.
It's the
Yes.
same dude, right?
Yes. 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 It
Fuck.
is.
I've literally like the last couple of weeks, and I have not
Yeah.
I
bothered
haven't
to
seen
look
that
it up
yet. So
myself.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's so funny.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
he's
so
hilarious.
funny.
He's hilarious, bro. You guys should see his stand up though. Like his stand up is like
Oh,
hilarious,
I can only
man.
imagine. Like
Yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah. But yeah,
him and
his real
Abed.
yeah his real name and his actor name is Donald
Donald
Glover.
Glover.
yeah,
But
Jonathan.
his artist name is Childish Gambino. But it's the same guy, you know. But yeah,
I
man,
think Sean told me that before, and
yeah
because
yeah
I've
I'm
he's
known him
streaming
like
face as
This Is
an actor
America.
or as a artist. I thought he was an actor when I saw his face. Like, okay, I thought that
He
was
is
like
an
yeah
actor.
I thought
yeah
it was
yeah
like
he is.
no, no, no. But when I saw
Yeah.
that song, I thought it was like almost like a not a publicity stunt, but I thought it was like a one-off tune for something.
Oh nah, bro.
I didn't
Yeah,
realize
because
the
like
depth of his skills, man.
yeah, like even before This Is America, like he had dropped maybe a few albums probably. You know, like he's been like doing music, you know. And then even back then, like, you know, before he blew up as the Childish Gambino that we know now, before Redbone and all of that stuff, man, he had some hits, bro, you know. And what I love about him is like he's like so out the box. When Redbone came out, we thought it was gonna be a hip hop album. It was literally on the hip hop charts because you know, we expected him being a hip hop artist, it was gonna be hip hop. And we get on there and it's nothing but like, you know, 60s, 70s, like psychedelic daylight, like all this like funky stuff, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, but it was dope. Like everybody was rocking to it, man. It was amazing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. But yeah, like there's a handful of cats that's like in our generation, like in this generation, that's actually making youthful, not youthful, making just like music that's actually going to uplift people and that's actually going to
Yeah,
teach people. There's very few artists, like you might have like an artist who because you got to understand too, there was a time in rap and it's still going on. We don't use the term as much, but it's a reality rap, you know, like what's going on in reality, was really going on in the streets and stuff. That was a big term back in like the 80s
that's where
because
it came from. That's where it started, though, man. That's it.
right.
It needs to go back.
Exactly.
It sort of is. So some, like I said, that's the point we're getting to. I suppose some people are going back to that.
Well, I mean,
Well, but
when
here's the thing.
80s and 90s, yeah, like
But here's the
before that,
thing. Here's the
it's like
thing, because
clap your
like,
hands if you got what it takes.
well,
Then I
I'm
got to
trying to
the
bring it
reality
on.
stuff
Trying to
later.
bring it on.
but like,
You know,
we can't like. That's kind of corny, man. We can't take it
well,
that far.
that's
But
where it
like,
began.
right, that's
You
where
can
it
see,
began. But like,
and
but you think about, you know, like you think about a Nas, you know what I'm saying? No, you think about an NWA.
Yeah,
there
You
you
think
go.
about an NWA, a NWA would like they would rap and like and they've said before, you know, like this is reality rap. Like this is what we see and what we go through every day. Now people fail to realize, like, you know, reality rap is not like such a known term anymore because it's become rap. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say is, like, you know, we got a few rappers out there who, like, they might actually slow the track down a little bit, and they might actually, out of 16 songs being party songs on the album, that one song might actually be speaking to the people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard a 21 Savage song. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I actually heard a 21 Savage song the other day, and he was actually like speaking some sense. Like, he wasn't talking about, like, you know, like, yeah, on her booty cheeks and give
Yeah.
me some money and all this type of stuff.
I got
Like, he was
money in
actually,
my pocket.
you know,
money
like
in my
all of this like crazy stuff.
pocket.
Like, you know, he was actually like making sense, and I was like, oh man, that's what's up, you know. And there's like there's a
By the way, this is a topic. This is definitely going to be a topic for a future episode.
yeah, oh yeah, like hip
Yeah, for
hop.
those
Oh,
again, for those of you listening and watching, in in future episodes, we will be discussing hip hop,
mhm.
various musical genres, literally
Racism.
anything else we can think of. We might not talk about racism
We will.
because I feel like Steve will have far too much to say on the topic, and Johnny and me
Yeah.
won't be able to get a word in.
And if
We'll
I have
just be
like
sitting
if I have
here.
like 6 of these,
Oh, it's a wrap.
it's
It's
done.
a wrap, baby.
I will be talking about
Once,
racism. I'm always I'm always interested. I'm just always interested. I feel like people need to be fucking educated.
It's
Just
a
in life,
wrap.
in
once
general,
we
people need to be. There's so many ignorant people out there, and I'm one of them. I am always trying to educate myself. I just feel like, not just about race,
once we
about
get
everything in life, but just fucking, I like asking questions about stuff that I don't know the answers to.
and
Mhm.
Not
once
saying
we have 10 beers in Stephen, we will have a one man podcast just on Donald Trump.